If you are trying to decide if you should use the Disney Dining Plan when you are on your Disney vacation, keep watching. We'll tell you exactly what you need to know. Hi, I'm Katie.
And I'm Jen. We've been going to Disney since we were little girls, and now we're sharing all of our dad's planning secrets with you.
If you're planning a Disney World trip, you've probably seen the Disney Dining Plan and thought, wait, is this actually worth it? What exactly is this?
So confusing. Okay, because this actually sounds amazing. Your food is prepaid. You don't have to think about money all day.
But once you really look at it, it's not always that simple.
Nothing at Disney is simple.
No.
Okay, we've done Disney both ways, with the Disney Dining Plan and without. So today we're gonna break down exactly how it works, real examples of what you actually get, and how to decide if it's right for you and your trip.
So let's start with what the Disney Dining Plan actually includes.
Okay, so for each night of your stay, every person gets one quick service meal, one table service meal, one snack, and a refillable drink mug at your resort.
And just to be clear, these are all credits. They're not tied to a specific day. So if you stay 4 nights, you get 4 of each of those categories, and you can use them anytime during your trip.
Quick service meals are more casual grab-and-go spots.
Think of things like burgers and fries, barbecue platters, tacos, sandwiches, or salads.
And each quick service credit includes an entree and a drink. So think something like ribs, chicken and pulled pork with a drink at Animal Kingdom, which is one of my favorite.
Yes, and if you are 21 or over, that drink can be alcoholic, which makes it really worth your money.
Table service is your sit-down dining. And this is where the dining plan can really feel worth it, because these are your character meals, your themed restaurants, and nicer sit-down dinners that usually require a reservation.
So typically at these places you're getting an entree, a dessert, and a drink with this meal. This could be something like a full sit-down dinner with the dessert, or a character breakfast where your kids meet Mickey Mouse while you eat. However, be aware that a few character dining spots and a few random other places are actually 2 credits instead of 1, and we'll share exactly which ones in the description below.
Now, snacks are where it gets fun, and also where people get very confused.
Yes, a snack credit is basically a single serving item, and there are way more options than people expect.
Yeah, this can include a Mickey ice cream, our dad's favorite Dole Whip, blue milk, a Wookiee cookie, or a cookie pie with M&Ms and peanut butter, which I have been dreaming about.
A good rule of thumb is that it's usually a single item, not a full meal, and often they're in that quick grab and go category, but you can find these so many places in the parks.
Yeah, when we've used the Disney Dining Plan, the biggest thing is how easy it feels.
You're not adding up totals or second guessing every order because you already paid for it.
You just order that dessert, you grab that snack, you say yes to that Dole Whip, and it feels like you're already taking care of it.
At the same time, you do kind of feel like you need to use everything.
Yeah, it's a little stressful. We still have 3 snacks left. We should probably go get something, and then you just go buy some random thing even though you're not hungry. You actually don't really want to eat it.
It's true. We've done that before.
Yeah.
This is actually really common. People end up with extra snacks at the end of their trip and are just grabbing things to use credits and things they can bring in their suitcase home.
Okay, so here are the biggest pros.
First, convenience. Everything is prepaid with the Disney Dining Plan.
Second, it encourages you to do those sit-down meals that you might otherwise skip.
And third, it can be a good value if you're ordering higher price items like full meals, desserts, and alcoholic drinks.
Yeah, don't do a water, do a cocktail. But the biggest downside is it's not automatically a good deal.
You really have to use your credit strategically if you want it to be financially beneficial.
Yeah, like I said, using a snack credit on a bottle of water isn't a great value. But if you use it on a specialty dessert or a festival item, it's a way better value.
And it can feel a little restrictive if you don't want to plan meals or make reservations.
When we've gone without it, it just feels more flexible.
You can share meals, skip meals, or snack your way through the day, however you feel like that day going.
Yeah, but you're definitely more aware of how much you're spending.
The Disney Dining Plan is a great fit for you if you want character dining, plan to do sit-down meals, if you like having everything prepaid and you just don't want to have to think about food costs during your trip.
But if you prefer flexibility, don't want to feel locked into meals, or trying to save money, it's usually better to skip it.
For us, we've genuinely liked both. It's just depended on our trip.
There are trips where the dining plan made everything feel easier.
And there are trips where skipping it gave us way more freedom.
So it really just comes down to how you want your trip to feel.
If you're planning your first Disney trip, we have an entire series walking you through everything step by step to make things less overwhelming for you.
And if you're still stuck deciding on the dining plan, drop your questions in the comments. We'll help you figure out what makes the most sense for your trip.
Cheers to the magic.